Hey, you're not going to say hello? Keep your back to me, are you? How rude. Well, good evening, everybody. Actually, it's still afternoon, isn't it? Well, first, I would like to wish everybody an early happy Thanksgiving, and I hope that you eat abundantly and you're full of joy and thanks. I wanted to bring you up to speed on the garden bed right here. We had a rain today, and so we've got some nice, lovely growth growing on. Let me show you what's going on here. Right here is the kale. If you remember, I set this little fencing up to keep these little critters out. There goes one. And you got these two young ladies right here just chilling inside this little garden bed here. Fortunately, they're not making any deposits in it, which is always a blessing. But look, we've got right here growing some kale. Look at that. Do you see it? Is that not fantastic? These guys are awake. We've got some there. We've got some right there. Of course, we've got our basil. And that's Cece's basil. But look, got some there. We've got some right there. And look at this cluster. Oh, look at that. Tell me that's not lovely, guys. Look how fast they've grown. And if you remember the last update I did, I think it was only like 2 or 3 days ago. These are waking up tremendously. I'm going to do some moving around here. Oh, good news. I believe today I'm going to get my selfie stick in. And I'm really excited about that because it also converts into a tripod. This would allow me to do videos at least a little bit better than what I've been doing before. A little bit higher quality as far as the filming process. And I've had some requests of individuals wanting to see my mug, my particular face. I warn you, you've been warned, okay? They want to know what's attached to this voice. And then I don't know if you can see it, but right there, where is it at? Where did I just see it? There we go. Do you see that little green sprout? Right there. Do you see that little fella? I'm hoping that this is the Swiss chard growing right here, but I can tell you right now, that's Swiss chard growing right there. And right there. Look at that. I made this little fencing last night because I wanted the rain to get to this, and I didn't want the cat troop to go ahead and make biological deposits in it. We're all familiar with my phrase, the biological deposits from the cat troop. We do not want them doing that. We've got some more growing right here, and I've got some more growing right there. Now, out of all this, let me continue on with showing you some more of the growth. Let's move this out of the way. And I'm going to show you this as well. Let's pull this up gently like. I think I mentioned before that these were drawers to those wheelie cabinets, those cabinets with the drawers in them that you can put things in like crafts and hobbies and whatnot. Well, I upcycled these so they did not go to landfill, and they work perfect as little tiny greenhouses. Because look what is growing on underneath this one. Look at all that. Oh my God, this is your long-standing spinach growing right here, guys. Look at that. That's going to be so amazing. This is going to produce so much food. Not only will I be able to donate some of this, but this is also for clients who are gone and really sought me out to purchase clean, organic produce from me. So if any of you are interested, just comment below. Let's go ahead and show you this other variety of spinach right here as well. Look at that. And I'll put in the description below this second, the variety of spinach, the spinach that I'm growing. But look how fast that's grown. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? I'm overjoyed. I can't tell you how overjoyed I am on this. This bed's going to look so amazing. The next step is to go ahead and set up kind of like a hoop house effect. Ooh, I don't want to crush those. That way I can, it looks like a giant little greenhouse. So that's what's going to happen here, because these are going to get to a size very quickly where I'm not going to be able to put these covers over the top of them. They're just going to be too large. And in order to keep the cat troop out, I'm going to have to really erect some form of covering for it. Over here, I planted, or I should say sowed, that is, some English daisies. And that's just because, you know, a little bit of home I want growing on. And I think we've got some sprouts. I thought I saw one earlier. There's a little tiny one right there. Do you see that little green one? I'm sure you guys can see it. I'm hoping that's one of the sprouts. But that rain is so fantastic, guys. It's way better than city water, because city water has chemicals in it. It has that fluoride, and it also has chlorine sometimes in it. It goes through a water treatment plant, so they've got to do that in order to keep it clean, so there are no sicknesses and whatnot. But unfortunately, it kind of wreaks a little havoc on growing your food as far as keeping the wanted goodness and life that goes on inside growing your vegetables. That chlorine can have a tendency to kill them. Now, your soil will recoup, but it takes a little bit longer. With rainwater, considering that our Earth's atmosphere is the majority of, I believe, nitrogen, is it? Not nitrogen. I believe it's nitrogen, right? Yeah, if I'm correct. I don't think I'm correct. But I believe that's what it is. It's not, believe it or not, it's the majority of our atmosphere is not oxygen. It's another gas hole entirely. But that nitrogen, I was right, it is nitrogen. And that nitrogen really helps out your vegetable growth. Definitely do your research on it, guys. You'll see that I'm telling you the truth on that. One thing on this garden bed, let me show you another one. I'll cover that up in just a moment because I want to do it properly. I'll probably do that right off camera. Let's go over here really quick, and I'm going to show you this. This right here is, let's move that board out of the way. Plop it down there, and look at this. What are you stuck on? There we go. Look at all that growth. We've got mesclun lettuce growing on here, guys. And over here we've got some regular iceberg lettuce. You can't really see anything growing on that side too much, but we've got iceberg lettuce right there. We've got some, and I believe we've got a sprout growing on there. And this is all from the rain. The rain has woken this up. Now, the part of this bed that's got me massively excited is this right here. Let's see if it's gonna live up. Look at that. Do you see these sprouts? Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what this is? I have struggled with sprouting carrot seeds. If you do not keep them hydrated or keep them properly watered, they will not sprout and they will not be viable. So you've got to do practice due diligence and be very tenacious in the area of watering them. So I took advantage of a tip I learned from James Prigioni. I will put the description to his channel and or the link to his channel in the description below. I encourage you to check his channel out. He is absolutely phenomenal. This guy has created 2 food forests, and he is full of amazing energy, and you will adore his dog Tuck. Everybody who's ever watched James Prigioni, you will know who Tuck is. Here's a little bit of an update, guys. I'm going to do another update in about 3 days to let you see how fast this is growing. I will definitely keep it watered, and I will not need to really fertilize this because this bed is just teeming with nutrients. It sat for a while untouched, and I kept layering it up with fresh, clean compost that I created and fresh garden soil, of which came from that compost. And again, I created it. If you see all these little white specks too, right in there, that's perlite. I just added that perlite in there because the perlite is a volcanic rock that has like little porous openings that allows a lot of oxygen to get through and the water to get through and to maintain some moisture inside the soil. So they'll all constantly have something to drink and encourage their growth and keep them flourishing. There you go, guys. I cannot tell you again how happy I am to see this. Oh, I'm excited because this is going to feed people. It's just, I can't tell you that how much it makes me so happy to know that individuals who are hungry out there, who can't get the proper food, are going to get some proper food. So I'm massively overjoyed with this. I can encourage a lot of you, please hit that like button. Take that green thumb of yours, place it right in that soil, and press that like button. It will grow, it will flourish, and it will love you for it. Definitely subscribe and always comment below with any suggestions you may have. And as always, guys, please be kind to one another. Treat each other with compassion and dignity. We are a great species. We do amazing, amazing things. And this whole warring thing that we've been doing for centuries is old. It is so old. Let's move on, shall we? God bless, guys, and always be safe.